Hello, East Hills Chargers. We are getting ready for the PSSA. They are going to start next week. We are not going to just walk quietly into those PSSAs. We are going to charge into those PSSAs. We are fully prepared for everything that's on that test. We're not going to worry about the little things we don't know. We're just going to put in our maximum effort. Effort is free, and if you use it wisely, you're going to get more questions right than you originally think you're going to. So make sure to use that effort. We expect it from everyone. We put it in when we teach you and when we surround you with good materials and good instruction. So we expect on these few mornings that you really put in that effort. First, let's talk about the rules. There's a code of conduct that's always the same. They go every time with these PSSAs. Your teacher will have probably already did it with you, but if they haven't, they will before the testing day. Phone, stay home, go in baggies, go in your bag, in your locker. Those are the only choices. Stay engaged with the test for at least 45 to 60 minutes. It seems like you will need more than that, and you might, but at the same time, if you finish early, we really want to make sure that you're using your time wisely to go back and check. There's questions in there that are bait questions, which means, they're going to give you answers that are kind of right, but not right. Just like you've practiced in Study Sync, you have to be really careful about choosing the right one. So that 45 to 60 minutes is going to fly by, especially if you're focused and you're putting in the effort. When you do finish, please make sure to be quiet. The folks that need that extra time need quiet to finish. If you keep distracting them, they're not going to get finished. All right, we're going to talk about strategies, what's in the test, get ready to go. Let's look. First thing, strategy 1, avoid the morning rush. Leave your cell phone, all that stuff at home or in your bag, in your locker. Get plenty of rest. You guys actually need 7 to 9 hours, and you don't treat yourself to that because you're up on your phones and things like that. Treat yourself to that amount of sleep for these days. It's going to make a difference in keeping you alert and moving into creating a lot of time for yourself on that test with focus and energy. And with that, also eat a good breakfast. Be a good listener and follow directions. There are some hidden hints in some of the directions that will help you answer the questions. So please take your time. Be a good listener for the teachers. That's going to make it go smoothly, keep you on the right section, help you with any hiccups that come with a digital format. So take your time, read directions. All right, this is the one we've prepared for all year. I know all of you are ready. You all know how to do it. I've read 600, 800 of these TDAs. I know how well you can write. Please be sure to use the strategy of the 2-column notes. Take that scrap paper, fold it a little, give yourself a left side and a right side. The left side is where you analyze that prompt, that question, put the parts of the question on the left side. Then go read the passage and add little bullet notes to the right side of your 2-column notes so that you are ready to write. Then go back, read after you finish reading the passage, read the question again, and then your answer is just going to flow out of you because you have all the information you need on your 2-column notes. You're not going to get writer's block. You're not going to get stuck because you have everything you need once you do that scrap paper. Remember to use your scrap paper for solving math problems too. I remember getting caught in this as I was a student. You just want to keep pushing everything in the calculator. Take a minute to write down what you're putting in the calculator on a piece of paper so that you know and can keep track of what things you've done and what parts of the problem you've done on the calculator. Take your time, use a scrap paper. It also helps you sort the solution. You may see things when you write it down that you don't see if you're just punching in keys in the calculator. So use a scrap paper. It's for you. Break up the question if you need to. That usually helps as well. All right, so what are you going to see? The first day is a day of just multiple choice questions. There's 29 standalone questions. So that's really about the English language. So grammar, where the comma goes, which sentence is written better, which sentences, has an error, that sort of thing. You're just really practicing those sort of things. And take your time. It seems shorter because there's no written response, but at the same time, these questions take a lot of thought. So take your time. Day 2, you're going to read an informational or literature passage, and then you're going to answer 10 multiple choice questions, and then you're going to do the 1 TDA. We want you to take your time here. Make sure you use the strategies. Make sure to use that scrap paper, and we're going to try to reward folks that are working so hard with that scrap paper later. Day 3, same sort of thing. There's 12 questions and 1 TDA. Make sure that you take your time. Also, you might see these. They're like the part 1, part 2. You see it at Study Sync all the time, so it's not a surprise. But basically, the 2 questions go together. Math, days 1 and 2, there's going to be 24 multiple choice questions and 2 open-ended for both days. There are going to be problems in there that you don't remember. It's okay. It's okay to go back to it. It's okay to start writing on the scrap paper, and then maybe that jogs your memory as you're writing it. Use every strategy possible because you have a lot more knowledge in your brains than you think, and the tests shouldn't make you nervous. They're just a place for you to show everything that you know, and if you forget something, move on. It's okay. Open-ended, make sure that you're doing what they ask. If they ask for an explanation, put an explanation. If they ask for work, show the work. Just make sure that you do all of that they ask, and make sure you're answering all parts. Sometimes we get really focused on solving the problem. We forget that we are missing a part. So go back to the problem after and check. Keystone, these are folks that are in the algebra class. You have 18 multiple choice and 4 constructed each day. They're both important, so focus on both. When you're done, if you finish early, check to make sure you've answered all questions. Also, recheck your questions. Everybody should be engaged in order to do well in this for at least 60 minutes. If you're done at 45 and you still need to check, or you still have time, go back and check. Work out a problem on your scrap paper a little differently. Do whatever you need to do, but the effort that you make is going to make the difference on the test. The content that you know is already in your brain, so the only job you have is to make effort. We are giving charger dollars for 2 things. We're going to be giving charger dollars during the test for effort, which means you're staying engaged with the test for that 45 to 60 minutes, and we're going to be giving them using scrap paper. So make sure to do both of those things. They are free to you. They require no extra brain cells, so make sure to put in that effort. Please remain quiet so other folks can finish the test. All right, so we want to say thank you because there's hard work involved in doing these tests, and we want to thank you for the effort that you're putting in these tests. You are going to be using scrap paper 4 days at least for these tests. So the writing TDA, the math problems, you need to use scrap paper. So this is another chance for you to try to put Mrs. Braun on the roof overnight, sleeping there. I have gotten from a lot of students what I'm supposed to take up there with me, so I hope I'm prepared. If the school, the whole school, does 90% scrap paper, the whole school, and as an average, 90% of the school uses scrap paper over those 4 days, I will sleep on the roof, I promise you. But there's more because your wonderful teachers want to encourage your individual class to do 100% scrap paper because they were really excited last year when the folks came back to hand in their tests. They're like, 100% of the kids use the scrap paper. I'm so excited for them. And we said, hey, let's reward that effort because that's something that they're really trying to do here. First thing is there's people who volunteer to be covered in silly string. You can empty a whole can of silly string on them. There is also some teachers who agreed to be taped to the wall and also teachers who agreed to have pie in the face. You'll see the list here. If you don't see your teacher, don't worry. You can maybe convince them if they need a little help, that's great. If they decide they want to do it, they just need to get me their name and I'll put them on the list as a choice to get that done to them. And we really appreciate their good sport, being a good sport. Also, your team may say, your class, because this is individual class, may say, "Oh, we'd rather have like a lunch and a movie," and I will try to make arrangements for that. Or we'd rather have recess for a couple periods. Can we get out and recess? That's a team choice. You guys can work that out within your team and class. But we're really excited. We are all behind you. We're very excited that you have all the knowledge in your brain and that we really know that you can put in this effort for these few days, these few mornings. And we are behind you. We support you. We really want you to do well. So kick a little butt.